Welcome back, curious minds, to another deep dive. So today we've got quite a mix of sources you've sent us. We're talking travel guides, restaurant reviews, even historical encyclopedias. And we're going to sift through them, pull out the really key nuggets for you, the mission. Well, it's to give you that shortcut to being well-informed about some, frankly, surprising places and, keep it interesting, maybe a little fun. We're really going global today, connecting the dots between, let's see, a baseball stadium in Milwaukee, a Chinatown in Korea, ancient tombs, a Thai microbrewery, and historic streets in Romania. Sounds like a bit of a whirlwind,
A
maybe.
little bit.
But trust us, you're going to uncover some unexpected links and maybe have a few aha moments that go way beyond the usual tourist stuff. Ready to peel back those layers.
Let's do it.
Okay, first up, Incheon, Chinatown. Now, when you hear Chinatown, you probably have a certain image, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely a specific picture comes to mind.
But our sources, they point to something really, really unique here. It turns out this is Korea's only official Chinatown.
Yeah, that official status is important. And it has surprisingly deep roots.
How deep are we talking?
Well, Incheon Port opened up in 1883,
Okay.
and this Chinatown started forming almost straight away in 1884.
Wow.
Part of that was because the area got designated as an extraterritoriality of the Qing dynasty. So that naturally drew Chinese settlers early on.
Right. Makes sense.
Started small, maybe just over 60 Chinese residents in 83. But it grew fast. By the early 1900s, you're looking at around 1,000 people.
So it's old, established, but here's where, like you said, it gets really interesting, maybe a bit counterintuitive for folks listening. Because while it looks like a Chinatown and has that history, it's not really connected to mainland China today in the way you might think. It holds a very specific political and historical identity.
That's absolutely right. The people there, they're largely descendants of those first settlers. And many of them actually hold a Republic of China. That's Taiwan nationality, not People's Republic of China.
Okay, big difference.
Huge difference. And the sources mention this community has strong anti-communist party and anti-PRC sentiments.
Why is that?
Well, the history is vital here. It goes back to their support for South Korea during the Korean War and also losing their homeland, their property, after the Chinese Civil War. So it raises this fascinating question. How could a place look so strongly, like one thing, visually tied to China, but actually represent a really distinct political and cultural identity?
Yeah.
You'll even see the Republic of China flag, the Taiwanese flag, flying there. And the signs use traditional Chinese characters, not the simplified ones used in the mainland.
That's a detail I wouldn't have known.
It's a really key distinction and one that's often, misunderstood.
That whole political backstory is, wow, it's really eye-opening. Completely changes how you might perceive the place just walking through.
It does.
So, okay, beyond that fascinating history and politics, what about for you, the curious traveler? Let's talk food, starting with, well, a dish for this area.
Right, the food. Because it's not just food, it reflects that history, too. Incheon Chinatown is famous as the birthplace of jjajangmyeon.
Ah, the black bean noodles.
Exactly. That iconic Korean Chinese dish. Super popular. Apparently, it's served something like 7 million times a day across Korea.
7 million. Okay, that's more than just popular. That's practically a national staple.
It really is.
Ah.
And the original restaurant, Gongwa-kun, which ran from 1905 to 1983, that building now houses the Jjajangmyeon Museum.
A museum for noodles. Love it. And for people who want that authentic taste today, there's a specific place to look for, isn't there? A bit of a lineage story.
Indeed. So a new Gongwa-kun opened in 2004, but well, the sources suggest the real culinary line, the heritage, is widely believed to be carried on by a place called Shin-sung Banjiam.
Okay.
It was started by the youngest daughter and son-in-law of the original Gongwa owner.
Oh, family connection.
Exactly. And they're famous for a couple of things. Their unique uni-jajangmyeon, that's sea urchin jjajangmyeon, and also their glutinous rice tangsuyuk, the sweet and sour pork.
Uni jajang. Interesting twist.
It really shows how immigrant food adapts. It creates something new that becomes beloved nationally, sometimes evolving quite far from the original concept.
So besides the legendary noodles, what else should you try if you're there? What other tastes define this place?
Oh, there's plenty. You can find some really unique stuff like dachanggonjum. They do a white jjammonbong. That's the spicy seafood noodle soup, but a lighter, non-spicy version.
Different.
Yeah. Or simni yang. They have these oven-baked dumplings. The name apparently means the sweet smell travels for 10 ri, like 4 kilometers.
Ah, that's some good marketing.
Or yen gyeong, offering dishes like fried chicken with a sweet and sour soy sauce, or even a full Beijing duck course. And don't skip the street food.
Never. What's good on the street?
Lamb skewers are popular, Chinese breads with different fillings, moon cakes, pineapple cakes, lots of delicious little things to grab. It's a real mix.
Sounds like a feast.
Yeah.
Okay, moving beyond the food, what about the sites? The cultural landmarks that tell this unique story?
Well, you've got these 4 Chinese-style gateways. They're called paifangs. They mark the entrances. The main one, Zhongguomun, is right by the subway station, so you can't miss it.
Okay, grand entrances.
Definitely. And then there's the Unearthing Chinese Temple. This is actually the only Chinese-style temple left in Korea.
Really? The only one?
The only one. It's a quiet, respectful place. You'll notice the colorful murals. The architecture looks quite different from Korean temples. A real piece of preserved culture.
Important to say then.
Absolutely. Also, check out the Samgukji Mural Street. It's about 150 meters long, covered in like 160 murals depicting scenes from the Chinese Three Kingdoms period.
Like a history lesson on a wall.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And interestingly, some of the art even nods to famous Western paintings. So again, that theme of cultural exchange.
Cool. Anything else?
There's the Korea-China Cultural Center, built back in 2005. They host performances, exhibitions, that kind of thing.
So lots to see and do. But if you need a moment of calm amidst all the bustle, a place to just take a breath.
Yeah, good point. For that, head up the hill to Jeju Park. It sits right above Chinatown on Mount Ungbunsan.
Okay.
It's a nice green space, offers great views back over the port and the city, and interestingly, it has a statue of General MacArthur.
Ah, from the Korean War's Incheon landing.
Exactly. Ties
Interesting.
back into that history again. And bonus, if you're there in early spring, the park is apparently stunning with cherry blossoms.
Nice.
And the whole area is pretty walkable. You've got nearby spots like Fairytale Village, the ancient art platform. It all connects quite nicely. History, nature, modern life, all kind of woven together.
That story of Incheon Chinatown, it's such a powerful example of how history, especially political history, shapes a community's identity in really unexpected ways. But this idea of layered identity, it's not just geopolitical, is it? We see it in local traditions, even in modern things like brewing. Let's shift gears a bit. How does this theme play out elsewhere in our sources? Maybe starting with that microbrewery.
Yeah, it's a great pivot because identity is also about local flavor, local craft.
Mhm.
So moving from Incheon's specific history, our sources take us to